And it has pitted us against each other, and it's caused some bad blood. Now we're trying to not go there. Now, look, we all know that the leadership of RMGO and Dave Williams are close. I don't know if they've endorsed them or not. I tried to look it up. I couldn't find it. Whether they endorse or not, they're going to be supporting Dave Williams. They're going to be giving him money. They're going to be doing whatever they're going to be doing. We get into a dilemma when maybe we've got another gun group that supports another candidate that is a really good Second Amendment supporter. How do we keep our relationship between the gun groups and have a willingness to maybe support different candidates? And Darcy, with all due respect, the comment that you made, it was almost like a veiled threat of some type. Well, Stan, if you vote on this motion a particular way, maybe RMGO you have to think about how RMGO would feel about you from that point forward. We really need to stay away from comments like that. We got to figure out how to work together and also have free motion, because Firearms Coalition is its own organization. We have a right to decide what we want to decide on, and we have to figure out how to remain friends and work with RMGO. And it's not right, like, to be honest, let's say RMGO never endorses Dave, but gives Dave money. Nobody in Firearms Coalition is going to call out RMGO. We're just not. They can do that if they want to do. But I think we want the same respect back, right? I think it's only fair to have the same respect back. The problem is it doesn't always happen that way with RMGO, and I'm just being frank with you guys. It just doesn't always happen that way. Bernie became a senator off of a recall because of a Second Amendment issue, and then got primaried by RMGO. I mean, the whole point of Bernie winning the Senate seat was on Second Amendment rights, and then got primaried by him. So I'm just showing you an example of where this has been a real issue and a real challenge.
Sounds like revenge. This sounds like revenge.
It all sounds like revenge. That's what it sounds like. We're going to endorse if you guys endorse. Every time we come into the... Go ahead, sorry.
Just follow the procedure.
Okay, Dave.
Yes, thank you. Did you have any more?
I'm done, thank you. Yeah.
Personally, and this is how I'll vote, I think we should wait until we see what RMGO does. If they endorse someone, then we call a special meeting and we make a decision at that point. To make the decision now would be premature, and it's going to create friction.
And it's going to create a record
Yep.
of what we do.
I don't know if you want to withdraw the motion or just
No, I get it, and that's a fair comment. I get it. I will say that for your edification, I was very heavily involved in the recall effort when Bernie got in, and I worked my tail off. That was in what, 2013, and at the bottom of the ninth inning, they found this candidate, this lady, I can't even remember her name, doesn't matter, and they strongly pushed her. Had she have won, because it was a fairly close vote, they put money and effort into it. Had she have won, we would have lost that recall. No doubt about it. We would have lost her because she was highly controversial. And Bernie won, and that was here in our own district where we turned out the vote for Bernie. I don't recall that RMGO lifted a finger to elect Bernie. So that's just for everybody's edification.
Yes.
No, my basis on quite the contrary. My basis of making this motion has nothing to do with RMGO. It's not a revenge at all, at least for me, and I made the motion. It is that we have a very good candidate who I do support. I'll admit that I do support. because I know them both. I've served with Mr. Williams for years. I know him quite well. And I just think that we have a right to endorse whoever we want. And it should be our right and privilege to endorse a candidate who we want and we have confidence in. And if somebody wants to make the motion to endorse Dave Williams, have at it. But in the meantime, I will accept your suggestion. I withdraw my motion for the time being. But if RMGO does endorse, I will call a PAC meeting within 48 hours. Is that fair? Is that fair to everybody?
And
I appreciate that, and I think that's a better way to go.
And I appreciate the withdrawal as well. And I would like to ask, and maybe I'm doing this on your behalf because you're the chair, but hopefully you don't object to the statement.
I will entertain the suggestion.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Whatever our deliberations are at this meeting, they need to stay here. Because if somebody in this meeting tells anybody else what our deliberations are, whatever they're contested, positive, negative, blah, 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 that is going to, let's say that happens with RMGO, that's going to produce an animosity. Even if we did nothing, it's going to produce an animosity. And we're trying to work together.
Well, and that's what I was getting. That wasn't meant as a horrible comment towards you. It was meant as like when we leave this meeting, if people hear that PPFC is like, we're going to do whatever the opposite of RMGO does, that doesn't play out well for any of us. That it's just a horrible appearance.
Well, so noted. Yes,
So this didn't happen. I'm not going to record anything.
I withdrew my motion.
I've been eating pancakes.
I would recommend.